It's the Jaden Show, and here's your host, Jaden Cornelious.
Welcome to the Jaden Show. Happy Sunday to you all, and have I got a super show in store for you today. Try saying that really, really fast. I have an amazingly talented man from Canada, very, very handsome and an incredible singer. I'm going to introduce you to him properly when I get to chat to him in a minute, but let's watch one of his videos. This song is Note to God.
If I wrote a note to God, I would speak what's in my soul. I'd ask for all the hate to be swept away, for love to overflow. If I wrote a note to God, I'd pour my heart out on each page. I'd ask for wars to end and for peace to mend this world. I'd say, give us the strength to make it through. Help us find love, 'cause love is overdue, and it looks like we haven't got a clue. Need some help from you. If I wrote a note to God, I would say what's on my mind. I'd ask for wisdom to let compassion rule this world and heal these times. I'd say, grant us the faith to carry on. Give us hope when it seems our hope is gone, 'cause it seems like so much is going wrong on this road. We're wrong. We can't do it on our own. Give us faith to carry on. If I wrote a note to God, I'd say, please help us find our way. And all the bitterness, put some tenderness in our hearts. I'd say, give us the strength to make it through. Help us find love, 'cause love is overdue, and it looks like we haven't got a clue. Need some help from you. Grant us the faith to carry on. Give us hope when it seems our hope is gone, 'cause it seems like so much is going wrong on this road. We're on. Grant us the faith to carry on. Give us hope when it seems our hope is gone, 'cause it seems like so much is going wrong on this road. We're on. If I wrote a note to God.
Oh, how beautiful was that song, Is That Man and Is That Voice? And 97,000 likes on YouTube. So there's a lot of people who think exactly the same. I don't need to keep talking. We need to go and meet the man behind the voice. Let's go and meet our very special guest, Joey Niceforo. Joey Niceforo, welcome to the Jaden Show here on YouTube.
Thank you so much, Jaden. It's nice to be with you.
It's amazing. After our chat before this interview, that we've kind of known of each other for nearly 15 years.
Yeah.
So we must have met when we were about kind of like 8 or 9, I feel. That's incredible.
Earlier than that, my friend. Earlier than that.
For me. But anyway, how's it going? Where are you hailing from in Canada at the moment?
So Toronto. So So I started my studies in Toronto, had a brief stint in Vancouver, British Columbia, beautiful Vancouver. I was there for 3 years and then came back to Toronto.
Do you miss Vancouver or are you happy? Are you a city boy?
I'm a city boy, and Vancouver, I mean, it's probably one of the most beautiful cities in all of Canada. I don't know if you've been.
No, it's actually on my, and probably the world actually, it's actually on my hit list of places that I need to invade before my time's up.
Yes, I would highly suggest that. Hopefully your time's not up for a long, long time.
Amen to that, brother.
But yeah, beautiful. But I love the big city feel, and that's what Toronto has to offer for me. I mean, there's lots of operas to go and see and musical theater. Not that there's not that in Vancouver, but there's more in Toronto.
It's a different energy in a bigger city, right? It's like being in somewhere in the south coast of England and being in central London, obviously.
Exactly.
It's a city, but London is London after all.
Yeah, exactly. So I absolutely love the city. Love being back.
I was living just outside Toronto when I was 18 years old, so about 6 years ago, in a place called Ajax on Lake Ontario.
Yes.
I was there for a year, eh?
Wow. So that's just east of Toronto.
Yeah, you have to take, is it the 402 for about like
401?
401, just one out, or it's expanded.
You were close. That's very good.
So yeah, but good memory since that's a long time ago. But yeah, you take the 401, and it was about 40 minutes on the GO train or something. I can't remember now, but yeah,
that's right.
I loved it. I love Toronto. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's an incredible city, one of the best in the world, and lucky to be here and to be a Canadian.
Yes, amen to that, brother. Beautiful place. You're very lucky. You started in the Canadian Tenors, right? That's where you started your perform. Is it where you started your performing and your famous kind of performing, or was you singing before the Canadian Tenors?
Great question. So no, I was studying classical music at the Conservatory of Music here in Toronto, as well as the University of Toronto Opera School. And then while I was still in school, I was asked to audition for the Canadian Tenors. And I had never done anything outside of the opera world before. And so it was, very foreign for me to do, sometimes popular ballads and pop music. And I was awful at it, absolutely awful. So it took me a long time to get into it. So I was part of the Canadian Tenors for about a year. And that was a great experience. We got to travel a lot. And then all four of us, so the four guys who were part of that group, decided to leave and form our own group, which is called Destino. And that's how I believe, that's how we met. And did that for maybe another 6-7 years when I decided to kind of quit. And I was going to quit music altogether after that.
And was it the same kind of genre? Was it kind of that pop classical crossover, like the Il Divo kind of style?
Yes, exactly.
Was the Canadian Tenors that as well, or was the Canadian Tenors more kind of powerhouse opera and...
When we were in the Canadian Tenors, it was definitely more classical folk music, and we didn't do as much kind of pop music. And so I would say we were kind of a mix between the Canadian Tenors the three tenors, the original three tenors and the Irish tenors. And then with Destino, that's when we started to do music very similar to Il Divo.
Right. the classical pop crossover,
Yeah,
which was
exactly.
amazing, and you guys were incredible actually.
Oh, thank you very much. I mean, Il Divo really, they started all of these other groups that came after them, and
They inspired
it
him.
was
I mean, I was a pop singer for quite a few years before Il Divo came on the scene, and I just remember one night watching the Royal Variety Show in London, and there was these four handsome guys singing a Tony Braxton song, big Tony Braxton fan, in Spanish, one of the sexiest languages in the world. And I was like, oh my God, I want to be them when I grow up. Break my heart. I was like, I have to do that song. I have to do that song. So that's how I started. That's how I discovered classical crossover, and the likes of Mario Frangulli, Josh Groban, and all the other people, Destino at the time as well, was because I was just like, oh my God, I didn't know this genre even existed. So
yeah,
amazing.
yeah, it really, really was, and Pavarotti was really the one that kind of started it all when he used to do his Pavarotti and Friends concerts. And I remember back in the day, because I still love opera. I mean, I listen to it all the time. But he was criticized so much for singing with pop singers and doing that type of music, even though he was bringing a whole new world to classical music and opera.
He pioneered the movement, right?
Yeah, and it's a shame he was criticized so much, but I think a lot of it is thanks to him and the fact that he did do those concerts with all of these famous pop singers. Absolutely. And incredible.
And humans are humans. None of them like change. There's always going to be a bit of hatred if something is not quite in the pigeonhole that they put it in. So
that's right.
It's like, oh my God, you can't do country and some of that. It's just the way we roll, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's life, and you just have to kind of, take negative comments and brush them away unless you agree with them, but
I find it really interesting when people say, "Oh, Jaden, so what kind of music do you do?" I'm a classical crossover singer, and they're like, "You wear women's clothes when you're singing." I'm like, what? When did classical crossover become transvestite?
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, of course, and it might have been something that I should have done. It might have got me some more fans, to be fair. So I could have touched on a whole new market. But no, it's just, Steve, there's still people now that still don't know what classical crossover is.
That's right, and you're right. I was asked recently. I did another interview earlier this week, and I didn't know how to answer that question because I'm not really classical crossover anymore. I kind of do whatever I want to do. So I'll do like a mix of Judy Garland and Shirley Bassey and Edith Piaf, and sometimes I'll throw in a little bit of opera in there, but for the most part, it's kind of big ballady stuff, and I don't know how to describe it.
Well, I had the same problem. Living here, I would go to a venue and I would sing Nella Fantasia or Nesandorma, and halfway through one of the songs, someone would go, "Do you know any Whitney?" I'm like, I'm singing Nesandorma, and you're asking if I know I want to dance with somebody. Like, really? So,
but you probably could do it.
I did do it, funnily enough, straight afterwards. But so I just became the British boy of ballads, being living in Mexico. So now my show is everything from Nesandorma and Nella Fantasia to Whitney, I don't know, Judy, like every artist, Dua Lipa, Robbie Williams. It's like there's not many places you can go in Mexico and get Fly Me to the Moon mixed with Be the One by Dua Lipa and Nesandorma. It's kind of like a real mess up. But I always sound like Jaden, no matter what I sing. So
there you go. Yeah, I would pay to go see that.
Well, you might have to because it's a bloody long way to walk, mate.
You're right.
To Cancun. So maybe I should start my own genre, like Jaden crossover or something. I don't know. I have to think about that one.
Yeah, why not?
You're just the best at being Joey Niceforo, right? And singing the stuff that you're passionate and that moves you and that you love, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I think, as I've grown throughout the years, I never really thought, and this was something that took a while to figure out, that I was a good singer. I mean, I knew I had a nice voice in me, but technically I had no idea what I was doing. And so for a lot of those years, certainly with the Canadian Tenors and for most of the years with Destino, I really had no idea what I was doing. And I was almost miserable because I knew I could do better, but I just didn't know how.
Yeah.
And so then it's kind of when I quit. Well, actually, when I started teaching was towards the trail end of Destino, and I had to figure out how to sing myself in order to teach. And so it was kind of a learning thing, and then when I started to figure that out, something just clicked in me, and I thought, oh, that's how you do it. You don't sing the high notes by trying to belt it out, because by the end of the show, you'll have no voice left. And it's the opposite of what we think is to get the big notes and loud. It actually has to be smaller and more controlled, which, I mean, to me was mind-boggling. But yeah, for many years, the insecurity was not a good thing for me, but I learned a lot from it.
Yeah, well, I think we were pretty in the same boat, really. I loved doing everything, but never had the confidence to really enjoy doing what I was doing. I think that was, But looking back now, I'm like, oh my God, those opportunities! I would have had such a laugh if I'd been my age then.
Same.
I was too shy about mucking up, looking bad, not doing it properly, people judging. Like now, I'm just like, I did a show probably just after the main COVID thing hit last year. And I was kind of halfway through this song. I can't remember what song it was. But you know what? I just wasn't feeling it. So I just stopped. I said, I don't even want to do that one now. Let's sing something different. I said, because if I'm not feeling it, you ain't going to feel it. So what's the point?
Good for you.
Come on, Jaden. I'm like, well, I'm not. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I'm not feeling it, I'm not giving it my best. You've paid to see me, and it sounds shit. So let's do something that we all enjoy.
I love that.
The impossible dream. To do something else. Oh my God! But yeah, that lack of confidence. I still have, I think all artists still have that kind of little battle with self-esteem. And are you doing it right and stuff like that? But we learn how to control it and how to use it within our work, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think with my age comes the fact that now I'm just like, I'm not trying to impress anyone anymore. So if I can do it, I'll do it. If I can't, I can't. Like, honest governor, it's not working for me.
That's the thing. You have to do it, not selfishly for yourself, but if you do it for yourself, then other people will enjoy it. If
Absolutely.
You're enjoying what you do and you're doing your best, and so you've done the work beforehand, which I also never did. I was always very lazy, which was awful and hard to admit at the time. But I would never go and try and practice these songs and try to figure out how to do it better without killing my voice. And that was also a huge mistake. So if you do the preparation, you go out there, you're loving what you do, and you've done the work, then what else is there? You've done your job.
Obviously going really well from you. We've just heard Note to God, right? 97,000 likes on YouTube, dude.
Thank you.
And all of them are me and my mum. Because obviously I've got to work, I've got to feed the dogs and stuff, so I haven't got time to do all of them. But 97,000.
Thank you. I doing that song was part of the album Priceless, which I recorded, I mean, just to do that whole album and the whole experience of it was absolutely incredible and the best time of my life.
And in my hood, right? Because you was in Abbey Road Studios.
Yes. So I after Destino, just kind of a quick backstory. After Destino, I was gonna quit singing and thought, I'm still young enough to do something else. And I had,
what would that something else? What were your choices? What would that something else have been? Do you think?
I thought I would have gone back to university and maybe get a teacher's degree. Okay. Or I've also been really interested in politics. And so thought maybe I would do something, that would help change the world, start small and maybe go big. And then I met some fabulous people who came into my life and decided to support me and say, no, you've never done anything solo. And so let's do it. And so I recorded a demo, put all these songs together, and then we thought, okay, now what? So we got a management team. And we said, let's actually record this album somewhere. And so we started looking for arrangements, beautiful arrangements on YouTube. And we just, started searching orchestrations and big orchestras. And this gentleman, Steve Sidwell, came up, and he was doing work with Shirley Bassey. So there was some of those videos on there with Michael Bublé, and just what he did with the orchestrations were absolutely incredible. So we just reached out to him and said, hey, we want to do this album. Would you be interested in arranging them for us and maybe putting together an album and coming to Toronto to record it? Absolutely. So we, built this amazing relationship. He flew down here, did a demo of one of my songs with a MIDI track, so fake orchestra, and it sounded incredible. And I was in tears. And we thought, this is the guy. And then, he said, how about we just do it in London, on Abbey Road? I have the contacts. I have this amazing orchestra I can put together for you. And, we rented Abbey Road out for 2 days, flew to London, did not sleep at all that night. I was so scared, so scared. Oh my gosh. I was so sick. Honestly, did not sleep for a minute. So I got out of bed at about 4 a.m, walked the streets of London, grabbed a coffee when they opened at 6 a.m, and then went back, and away we went. And and had to sing, I think it was 11 or 12 songs in 2 days, with many takes, about 10 takes for each song. So, but it was everything that I hoped it would be and more. And I will never ever forget it. And we've had great success. Note to God, like you said.
And another song, I Don't Wanna Talk.
Winner Takes It All.
Oh my gosh. The biggest ABBA fan on the planet. I was Agneta for the first 7 years of my life, mate. She still is amazing. And have you found now that with the new release of Don't Shut Me Down and the whole new ABBA album, Voyager, stuff like that, has it directed more people to your...
It has. We have about 1 million, close to 1.5 million views.
Actually, you have 1,400,000, dude. I've been checking these out.
Well,
Not that I'm crying or jealous or anything like that. I've got 603 on my songs, so don't worry about it. But 1,400,000.
That's pretty good.
1,400,000, mate.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And you know what? I try to comment on every single comment, good or bad.
Yeah.
And that's really important, to me and to the people who take the time to comment.
Absolutely,
so the success that we've had from it has been overwhelming. I'm humbled by it. And, because I did the work beforehand stopped being lazy and worked at trying to get my voice a bit better than it was. And so I'm thrilled with how that's gone.
Beautiful albums, beautiful track, great videos as well.
Thank you. That, if I can say, that track on the video for Winner Takes It All. So none of that was rehearsed. None of that was scripted. And it was the first time I was in the room with the orchestra singing. So that was captured on that video. We did 2 takes of it, and that's what you see. And everything came from, the moment. And I think that's what I love most about the video.
The rawness and vulnerability, right?
Yeah, and because I was so nervous, and at the end when I put my hands to my heart, I wasn't thinking that I was being filmed, but I was just like, my dad had just passed away, and he had always talked about, me singing with a big orchestra. And after I finished, I just said, oh my God, I did it.
Yeah.
It was, and then after that, I went to the little green room and started bawling my eyes out, which we didn't capture on video, thank God. But it was, amazing.
Wow, man. Beautiful album. You have an incredible voice. I've been an admirer of you and your work for, like I said, nearly 15 years now. So
Thank you.
We're going to show at the end of this show, we're going to show the Winner Takes It All, because we have to, because we need to get another 3 or 4 likes, right, from all my fans.
That's right, hopefully. If you don't like it, that's okay too.
But please leave a comment, because he will respond, people.
I will respond, good or bad, I will respond.
You're a better man than I am, Mr. Niceforo, I tell you. No. I try and say that to anyone. Do you miss being... I was talking to a young lady called Caitlin Lavagna the other day, and we were just talking about how we've done the whole group thing, and how, you can be in front of a I don't know, an audience of like 15,000 people, and you forgot the words because you've sung that song like 900 times, and it's just blanked. And your best mate, who's also in the group, like, I've got it, and knows that, sees your face expression that you're forgotten, so jump straight in there. Having that kind of tag team thing, being on tour with your friends, not being the only one at the airport, the only one in the hotel, the only one in the tour bus. Do you miss that vibe of being in a group, or do you feel quite confident being on your own?
You know, that's a great question. I think having kind of had my whole career, the beginning of my career with, 3, 4, 5 other guys on stage with me constantly, was almost like a crutch for me, because it didn't mean that, or it meant that I didn't have to worry about doing those things that I talked about, working too hard beforehand, or, and so I think that was not so good for me, and so good for my confidence, because I always felt like, okay, well, I'm not going to try and shine too much, and I'm not going to sing the high notes. And so it was bad at the beginning of my career. Absolutely. It was awful for me, for my self-confidence, and my fault, nobody else's fault. And then, when I left and did this solo thing, I was asked at one point to kind of help another group out and go on tour with them. They were called Vivace, great group. And so it was the same kind of thing as Destino. Mm-hmm. And I realized that I had more confidence, and I really liked it. And so I was able to enjoy it more, be my own person, not have those insecurities come back into my head. I mean, we always do, but now I can try and shut those voices out. But when you're touring, it's nicer to be with a group of people and have them and talk and laugh. But I also really enjoy doing a solo show. So I love both, and I will do both now. Whenever I'm asked.
Fantastic. So people that are watching, if you want Joey to join your group,
that's right.
For weddings, bar mitzvahs, and funerals.
I will go anywhere that people will listen.
We need to do a duet in the future, young man.
Let's do it.
When I kind of suss out how my little studio thing works and all the twisty knobby things, and how I fit a mic into one of them, then we will do something.
I would love it.
Is it that we can be in Toronto and Cancun and still duet?
Yes, I love that. And I would do it in a heartbeat, my friend.
Well, we'll plan that. So we'll let all these wonderful viewers know when the Joey Jaden debut is out. That's going to be incredible.
We have to come up with a better name.
Yeah, Joey Jaden. We'll think of something.
Yeah, we'll think of something brilliant.
We'll think of something. Joey Niceforo, thank you so much for being on this show. Just can you please tell all my 17 followers how they can find you on social media? Where are you?
All right. First of all, Jaden, thank you so much. And it's been so nice seeing you again and reconnecting after all these years. You're such a great person and have an incredible voice. So it's an honor to be here. Instagram, Joey Niceforo, Twitter, Facebook, all Joey Niceforo. Websites, some people, can't figure out Spotify or Apple Music. You can also buy actual hard copy of my CD if you still own a CD player off of my website. And I have all of my music for free streaming on YouTube and wherever else you stream your music.
We are going to post a link with all the links to all of your social media that we've got, and to joeyniceforo.com. And not only is it a great site, but your welcoming picture is you by a London Underground sign. So
there you go.
Oh my God, I really like this.
I love London.
I miss London, man, so much. I love being in the jungle with Mexico, don't get me wrong. But I do miss my hood.
Oh, it's a great city. My goodness.
Through and through. Yeah. So, well, we're going to post links to everything. Now, before you go, Mr. N, I have a little thing with my guests. On the odd occasion, when I feel that my viewers might want to know this person particularly more in depth. Okay, so this is called the quickfire round. I'm going to throw at you 2 words. You are going to tell me which word resonates with you in that moment. If neither of them do, say pass or whatever. It's not a problem. There's not many. Don't worry about it. Okay, and no one is judging you.
Okay.
Maybe me, but no one else. Okay?
That I believe.
Joey Niceforo, are you ready for your quick fire?
I am. I'm nervous. Come on.
President or royal family?
Royal family.
Reading or TV?
TV.
YouTube or TikTok?
YouTube.
Pajamas or naked?
Naked.
How rude. Endless money or true love?
True love.
Text or voice message?
Text.
Haagen-Dazs or Ben & Jerry's?
Ben & Jerry's.
Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings?
Harry Potter.
Now my new favourite person. And Pavarotti or Jaden Cornelius?
Oh, Jaden Cornelius.
Oh,
absolutely.
That's such a common answer on my shows. It's like,
Jaden
I wish I'd
Cornelius.
known this before people had come on my shows. Joey Niceforo, thank you so much for being part of my show. We're going to leave all these wonderful viewers that are watching you and falling for you all over the world with The Winner Takes It All. Be in touch, and we'll definitely touch base again and come back.
Sounds good, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Mwah, virtual hug.
Hasta luego, señor. Well, as you've seen throughout that wonderful interview with that wonderful man, all the links of where you can find Mr. Niceforo, please support his work. He's a phenomenal guy. He's an incredibly talented man, really, really handsome, and a very, very beautiful voice. So go and find him on his Instagram, on his Twitter, on his Facebook. Go visit his website and check out his website. There's some amazing things to learn about him, some great photos and some other really amazing stuff that you can find only on his website, joeyniceforo.com. If you have Spotify or you have YouTube Music or you have iTunes or you have Deezer, he's all over there. So follow him, download his stuff, listen to his work. You're not going to be disappointed. And because you're not disappointed, as a treat to you all now, I'm going to leave you with one of the best ABBA songs ever written, and this is Joey's interpretation of The Winner Takes It All. Enjoy.
Enough talk, let's do.
I don't want to talk about things we've gone through, though it's hurting me. Now it's history. I've played all my cards, and that's what you've done too. Nothing more to say, no more race to play. The winner takes it all, the loser standing small beside the victory. That's her destiny. I was in your arms, thinking I'd belong there. I figured it made sense, building me a fence, building me a home, thinking I'd be strong there. But I was a fool, playing by the rules. The gods may throw the dice, their minds as cold as ice, and someone way down here loses someone dear. The winner takes it all, the loser has to fall. It's simple and it's plain, why should I complain? But tell me, does he kiss like I used to kiss you? Does it feel the same when he calls your name? Somewhere deep inside, you must know I miss you. But what can I say? Rules must be obeyed. The judges will decide. The likes of me abide. Spectators of the show, always staying low. The game is on again. A lover or a friend, a big thing or a small, the winner takes it all. If it makes you feel sad, and I understand, you've come to shake my hand, I apologize. If it makes you feel bad, seeing me so tense, no self-confidence. But you see, the winner takes it all.
What another amazing Sunday I've had, and I hope you've had an amazing Sunday too. I'm really loving the Jaden Show. If I weren't doing it, I'd be watching it. So please make sure you tell your friends, get them to like, get them to share, get them to subscribe, get them to tell all their friends, because I've got some really super lovely people on my show, and there are more to come. Oh no, it's not just this. And if you've missed any of the previous shows, you can also find them here on my YouTube channel. So please have a look. They're only half hour long, so you've always got time for a little bit of the Jaden Show and some amazing artists and talented people on my shows. Thank you so much for watching. Please take very good care of yourself. Please stay beautiful. Please stay awesome. And I will see you next Sunday for the next Jaden Show.